After marrying Liam in my sister's place, I unexpectedly got pregnant. I remembered our wedding night, how Liam had held me like a treasure, calling me wife over and over. A chill ran through me. He must be madly in love with my sister. If he ever found out the truth, I'd be totally screwed, too. I tossed the pregnancy test, grabbed my things, and bolted without a second thought. 2 days later, I was haggling with my sister at a coffee shop. "Give me $5 million, and I'll get rid of the kid." Suddenly, someone grabbed my collar from behind. The voice was ice cold and demanding. "My baby is only worth $5 million. I'll give you $10 million. Be a good girl and carry it to term." "Sweetheart, you really don't want to know the consequences of disobeying me. I have a twin sister. Our relationship is pretty distant. I was kidnapped when I was little, and my family didn't find me until I was 18. My sister, however, was raised with a silver spoon. Kids who grow up spoiled are often self-centered. My sister is no exception. For example, she ran away right after the engagement with the Chin family was set. This marriage was the best my parents could find for her, using an old life-saving debt owed to my grandfather. The fiancé was only 26, had an objectively handsome face that gained him countless fans just from his financial news interviews, and was a total clean slate, never dated, a lifelong bachelor. He was, by all accounts, the perfect husband. But my sister still ran off. She packed a suitcase and left the country, leaving a huge mess behind that sent my parents into a panic. My relationship with my parents is also pretty strained. They were in a frenzy, and I just watched the drama unfold, making snarky remarks. "Hee, little sis ran away. Liam must be furious about her skipping out on the wedding." "Who is Liam?" "He's a NYC prince, and with a wave of his hand, my family could be ruined." "How could little sis be so naughty? What if he throws a fit and bankrupts our family?" "Wah." I was being a total jerk, adding fuel to the fire, and my dad grabbed his cane, ready to hit me. Too bad for him, I'm quick on my feet, so he didn't get me. I continued to provoke him from the second floor. "The wedding is next week, no bride for him, lol." I thought I'd give my dad a stroke. But instead, he put down his cane and squinted at me. His look sent a shiver down my spine. He suddenly said, "Who says there's no bride?" I was curious. What? Did little sis agree to come back? "She left, but don't we still have you? You two look exactly alike." "Me, huh? Why do you think I would listen to your suggestion?" The old man smiled. $5 million. Damn it. I actually would listen. I gritted my teeth. After tax. "Baby, are you still not done showering?" Someone knocked on the bathroom door. A faint silhouette was visible through the frosted glass. He sounded worried. "It's been an hour. Are you okay?" I looked up at the person outside, then down at the latest text message on my phone. My sister had finally had a change of heart. She decided to come back next week. She's coming back. Does that mean I, the stand-in, can finally take off? I told Liam, I was just playing on my phone. "Don't rush me, I'll take my shower right now." The moment I finished speaking, the bathroom door swung open. A man wearing only a loose towel walked in. We stared at each other, wide-eyed. After 3 seconds of stunned silence, I exploded. "I didn't say you could come in." He walked up to me and picked me up. The shower head sprayed water over his hand, which was adjusted to the perfect temperature before pouring over me. It was the weekend, and I was only wearing a silk nightgown at home. It got soaked and clung tightly to my body. Liam looked down, his Adam's apple bobbing. He pinned me against the wall, his voice husky, leaving the bathroom door unlocked. "Weren't you trying to seduce me?" "No way. Don't be ridiculous. I just forgot to lock it." Liam's fingertip lightly traced my cheek. "Hold on tight. Your husband will take care of you." I instinctively obeyed and wrapped my arms around his neck. After doing it, I realized something was wrong. Wait. I was supposed to be asking him why he walked in without my permission. But it was too late. Liam let out a low, breathless chuckle. Good girl, you did great. Good kids get rewarded. His voice was truly beautiful. I was completely mesmerized and groggily asked, what reward, Daddy? The reward is. No, don't give me that kind of weird reward. But Liam's rewards were never something I had to ask for, he automatically dispensed them. After he was done, I was wrapped in his arms, completely drained. During the cuddle time, he whispered sweet nothings to me, comforting me. It was pretty dirty. I buried my face in his chest and bit him, stop talking. He rubbed my ear, my baby is cute even when she's angry. I wanted to argue. But I was so tired and sleepy. I want to go to sleep. He gave me a goodnight kiss, good night, baby. I closed my eyes, ready to drift off. Then, I heard him say, completely out of the blue. Sweetheart, let's have a baby. What? No way, my sister is the one who's supposed to be married to him. My brain was instantly alert, but my body didn't follow suit. My body dragged me into a deep slumber. I didn't get a chance to say no. I'd been married to Liam for a year. I'd been living as my sister for a year. He truly hasn't noticed anything off at all. He even wants to have a baby with me. Go have one with my sister. Speaking of which, my sister is coming back. It was a Saturday. Liam and I spend every weekend at home if we don't have plans. It's not hard to guess what we do at home. Liam has abs. And of course, abs don't just appear out of nowhere, he has a good habit of working out. We have a separate gym at home. He used to work out alone, but after we got married, he started taking me along. Like today, he was supervising me doing core exercises. I begged him, can I take a break? I'm so tired. He completely ignored my pleas, you shouldn't stop halfway through anything you start. Tears welled up in my eyes, I really can't do it anymore. He sighed, rubbing my head. Fine. Then it's my turn to work out. I held on to his chest, my eyes unfocused. Hey, don't use me as a piece of gym equipment. I stared blankly at Liam in his intense state. Somehow, I was reminded again that the man beneath me was someone else's legal husband. He bit me in annoyance, sweetheart, focus, I leaned down and held him tight, honey. Yes? I think I'm starting to like you. He stopped what he was doing, cupped my face, and stared into my eyes for a long time. More than like. Wife, I love you. But what am I supposed to do? I'm not your wife. My sister and Liam's marriage was an exchange for a favor owed to the elders. My parents thought he was a good match, and Liam's side indicated he needed a wife, so he didn't refuse either. I initially thought a marriage with no emotional foundation would be very dull. Maybe we'd see each other once a month to keep up appearances. However, on our wedding night, I came out of the bathroom with my hair still damp, and the man in the room had also showered. I stood rooted to the spot, unsure what to do for a moment. He spoke first, come here. Before our wedding night, I had only met Liam 3 times. The first time was a dinner date to get to know him. The second was to look at wedding dresses. He adjusted the hem of my gown. The third was on the wedding day itself, when he walked me down the aisle and put the ring on my finger in front of a room full of guests. That's all. Now, we were alone in a room. And, we had both showered and were only in our pajamas. My heart was racing, I was so nervous, and I slowly walked toward him. My voice trembled with anxiety, is something wrong? I stopped 3 steps away from him. The next second, a pair of arms wrapped around my waist, and I fell straight into his embrace. I looked up, meeting his deep, dark eyes. It's our wedding night, wife. What do you think is wrong? My heart stopped. He's already calling me wife? How can he be so casual about this? His fingers were so hot, as if a fire was burning everything they touched. Liam tugged at the strap of my nightgown, and I gripped the hem of his shirt, Are you ready? I shook my head, no. I hadn't even held a man's hand before getting married. So nervous, so nervous, so nervous. Me neither. What should we do? My eyes lit up, then let's do it another time. Let's skip tonight. He pinched my chin and lowered his head. His hot lips pressed against mine. He played with a part of me I had never even touched myself. My body went weak. Liam chuckled, "Wife, your body doesn't want to wait until next time." I bit my lip, suppressing the strange feeling. "You're talking nonsense." He showed me his glistening fingertip. "Yeah, I'm totally making it up." My sweet girl didn't drool at all. What is he even saying? Liam stared right at me, not avoiding my gaze. For some reason, I felt like his eyes were looking at a treasure he had lost and finally recovered. He parted his lips and sucked his finger. He grinned, sweet. My eyes widened. He. Good girl, I read a lot of tutorials. You're going to love it. The fantasy that marriage would only mean a husband in name was shattered. Instead, I gained a clingy husband. I woke up and stared blankly at the chest in front of me. Someone rubbed the top of my head. "You're awake? Do you want to go eat after I finish this email?" I came back to my senses. I realized we were in the study. Liam was working. And I was sitting on his lap. "Why didn't you carry me to bed to sleep?" He didn't miss a beat. "I wanted to hold you." He is really, really clingy. A husband this clingy is pretty rare. I tried to slide off his lap, but suddenly, something felt off. Liam was looking at the computer, his long, slender fingers typing on the keyboard. "Liam." He kissed the top of my head. "I'm here." I took a deep breath. "I don't want a child right now. My sister is coming back. I can be a stand-in for money, but the father of my child cannot be someone else's husband." He finished sending the email right then. Seeing that I was genuinely upset, Liam apologized. "I'm sorry, I thought after a year of marriage you'd be okay with having a baby. If we had a normal marriage, I might consider having a child. But we don't. Maybe later. I'm just not ready to be a mom yet." Liam softly replied, "Okay." I felt unhappy. There was a dull ache in my chest. I changed the subject. "What are we eating later?" Liam closed his laptop. "How about that place you bookmarked last time, baby?" I bookmarked so many. "Which one?" "The Japanese restaurant." "Deal." "I want sukiyaki." After eating Japanese food that day, we didn't go straight home. We held hands and wandered aimlessly on the street. I stopped when we passed a drugstore. Liam tilted his head. "Baby?" I instructed him, "Go buy me a pack of morning after pills." He stood there, motionless. I pinched his arm. "Go." Liam refused. "No." He pulled me into a hug, resting his chin on my head. "The morning after pill is bad for your body, don't take it." "What if I get pregnant?" "You're in your safe period right now, baby. Trust me, you won't." I looked at the pregnancy test in my hand, recalling that conversation. How could I believe a man's nonsense? I was already upset, and then my phone screen lit up, making me even angrier. The message I received was, "Your sister is back. Get ready to switch places." I got paid to stand in for the wedding. My sister is back, so it's only right that I take off. The agreed meeting time with my parents was that afternoon. In the morning, I went to the hospital for a checkup, and after 2 hours, I got a pregnancy test report. At 2 in the afternoon, I sat on the terrace of a coffee shop. It was early autumn, and the weather was getting cooler. The temperature had suddenly dropped today. The wind was chilly. I pulled my jacket tighter and sipped my hot milk while waiting. I definitely couldn't keep the baby. Liam is my sister's husband. If the baby was born, it would surely be illegitimate. And it would have to call its own dad uncle. I shivered. That's terrifying. I touched my belly. It's only the size of a green bean right now. It doesn't have a heart yet. Will it hurt if I abort it? I'm clearly not a good mother. I'm sorry, baby. But you came at the absolute worst time. My parents love my sister so much, they probably wouldn't want this baby to be born either. My milk was getting cold when my parents and sister finally arrived. My sister still looked like a zombie. She sat down and immediately started playing on her phone, ignoring everyone. She wasn't the one in charge, so I glanced at her and looked away. Before my parents could say anything, I put the pregnancy test report on the table. My dad's eyebrows furrowed. What is this? I replied in the slow, deliberate manner Liam often used when working, a pregnancy test report. I'm pregnant. My dad raised his voice. What? You're pregnant? I motioned for him to be quiet. Dad, you wouldn't want the baby and me to ruin my sister's happy life, would you? My sister looked up, gave me a strange look, and then went back to her game. What do you mean? I picked up my cup and strategically drank some milk. I mean, I can get an abortion, but you have to give me something in return. Otherwise, guess what happens if I tell Liam the truth? My mom abruptly stood up, but my dad pushed her back down. How much do you want? I smiled, 10 million. For 10 million, I'll get rid of the baby and never show my face to Liam again. My dad clenched his fist, 5 million. Me, deal. See, you always have to ask for more than you want. Happily, I typed my bank account number into the chat box and, without looking up, told my dad, I sent you the account number on WhatsApp. I'll go get the abort. Before I could finish the word abortion, I suddenly smelled a faint bitter orange leaf scent. That's Liam's scent. I bought a bunch of cologne, but ultimately decided the one with the bitter orange leaf base was best for him. He was very compliant, he used whatever I liked. Why was this scent in the coffee shop? I immediately felt something was wrong. Sure enough, the next second, a large hand hooked a lock of my hair. A man's chin rested on my shoulder. His voice was right next to my ear. It was a cold, possessive tone I had never heard before. My baby is only worth 5 million? Sweetheart, 10 million. Be a good girl and carry it to term. He turned my head, his lips curled slightly, but there was no smile in his eyes. Otherwise. How is he here? The timing was terrible, he had heard everything. Honey, let me explain. Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. Brother-in-law, let me explain. Liam wasn't listening. He kissed me right in front of my parents and my sister. I glared at him, eyes wide. What is he doing in broad daylight? Liam felt my anger, but he only gave me a quick peck, then backed away slightly and rubbed my head. I'm not mad yet, Leah. Why are you mad? How did he know my name is Leah? That's my name. My adoptive mother gave it to me. My sister isn't named that. Seeing Liam release me, my dad put on a flattering smile. Mr. Chen, what brings you here today? You've got the wrong person. This is my other daughter, she. My dad didn't finish his sentence. My sister stood up, still looking half dead. She lazily told Liam, control your wife. Don't bother me. Remember to sell me the money. I jumped in, what? What money? Sell her what money? My sister looked at me with an air of amusement, as if she just remembered something. Speaking of which, you two aren't legally married, are you? Me, huh? Didn't you marry him? My dad showed me the marriage certificate with her and Liam's names on it. I bought that on eBay for $2. I photoshopped your and his pictures onto it. Didn't you notice? My sister, with her backpack on, slowly drifted away like a ghost. I thought you two were into some weird brother-in-law roleplay for kicks. TSK. A whole year and you couldn't seal the deal, and the wife wants to abort the baby. Some people make for a terrible husband, huh? She floated further and further away, disappearing around the corner. leaving a stunned me, an enraged Liam, and my parents. Liam's eyes lingered on me. Between him and my parents, I'm still going to choose him. I reached out and played the victim. I'll go with you. Carry me, please. Liam looked furious. But he's super easy to appease. I wrapped my arms around his neck and kissed him, pretending nothing happened. Thank you, honey. You're the best. He said, oh, really? I didn't bat an eye, completely ignoring the fact that I had just tried to sell the baby. Yup. Liam scoffed, you've got a lot of nerve. What's wrong with having a lot of nerve? You don't have to say it out loud. Back in the car, Liam was looking at my pregnancy report. I leaned over to look at it with him. He put me on his lap, resting his chin on the top of my head. This number means 4 weeks. The doctor said 32 days. I pinched him, you said it was my safe period and I wouldn't get pregnant. I'm going to beat you up. He turned me around. I sat on his lap, facing him. Liam leaned down and offered his face to me. I'm sorry, baby. Do you want to hit my face or somewhere else? He is so obedient sometimes. I stroked Liam's eyebrows and eyes. I really don't understand why my sister ran away. Forget online pictures with heavy filters, he's even better looking than them. Handsome, rich, a total simp, and a virgin. He's the perfect husband material. I lightly slapped Liam's cheek, his body heat spread to my palm. I don't actually have this kind of kink. He's usually the dominant one. I really enjoy the feeling of him trying to win me over. But now, he looks so well behaved. Liam stared at me without blinking, his deep, dark eyes focused only on me. I felt an impulse. Forget it. Slap. A faint red mark appeared on his beautiful face. It was my first time hitting him. I was a little nervous. He won't get mad, right? I snuck a look at him. Liam's Adam's apple bobbed. I said self-righteously, you told me to hit you, so you can't be mad. He lowered his head and kissed my palm. I'm not mad. Good girl, you did great. Every time he calls me good girl, I feel like I'm floating on air. I blinked. Really? The kiss traveled from my palm to my wrist. Really? It's all my fault for getting my baby pregnant. Does my sweet girl want to beat up the bad thing that got her pregnant? Is he referring to himself or? I was totally bewitched. Yes. It's absolutely true that Liam is super easy to appease. I was going to give him back to my sister and sell our baby. Yet, he apologized to me instead. I looked down. Liam was carefully wiping my hand with a wet wipe. There was a red mark on my palm from hitting him. He rubbed my wrist and asked, "Did you like it?" I didn't answer. I stared at him for a while. I slowly asked, "What did my sister mean just now?" It sounds like they both teamed up to trick me. Liam paused. He looked up, his eyes strangely intense. Like he was hurt, or blaming me. Like I had done something terrible to him. Feeling guilty under his gaze, I covered his eyes. Why are you looking at me like that? Tell me what she meant. Stop looking at me. He suddenly asked, "Do you know me?" Of course I know you. Aren't we fake husband and wife? Liam took my hand down and sighed, "You heartless little thing. I shouldn't have hoped for anything. What's wrong with being heartless? I live a perfectly happy life being heartless." Ugh. But I've known you for many years. When I returned to my biological family's home, my parents asked if I remembered anything from my childhood. I said no. They looked relieved. Actually, I do remember. I remember I wasn't lost, I was kidnapped. My parents' company had just started making money back then, and my sister and I were both kidnapped. Security was worse 20 years ago than it is now. The kidnappers demanded a ransom. 10,000 each. They could afford 20,000. But my dad refused. They only prepared a ransom for one child, hoping the kidnappers would be kind enough to let the other one go. And then, my sister was rescued. I was thrown into the river. Under the cold, murky river water, I watched them cry tears of joy, holding my recovered sister. Water rushed into my nose and mouth, and the last coherent thought I had was, "Oh, I guess I was abandoned. I didn't die." A woman pulled me out. When I woke up, she asked me who I was, where my parents were, and how I fell into the water. I shook my head. I don't have a mom and dad anymore. She was heartbroken and hugged me. "I'll be your mother from now on." My adoptive mother was from the South. She worked in New York City for a while, but later, the South's economy started booming, so she took me back to her hometown. It was a coastal city. A typical humid subtropical climate. Hot and humid in the summer, wet and cold in the winter. Her income wasn't high. I didn't go to kindergarten. I spent my early childhood playing with others all day. I had many playmates. Kids from my mom's workplace, kids from the neighborhood, kids I met on the street. Any kid had to play with me. I grew up happily in that southern city. Elementary school, middle school, high school. The year I graduated high school, after the SATs, I excitedly showed my mom my scores. She smiled, and then she coughed up blood. Only then did I realize that she had kept her illness a secret from me so I could focus on my studies. She delayed treatment until it was too late. Her income wasn't high for her severe illness, it was a drop in the bucket. She chose not to treat the illness and saved the money for me instead. Leah is still so young. The luckiest thing in my life was meeting you. I didn't want to hear that. But the savings were truly not enough for her surgery. I thought of my biological parents. Using those fragmented memories and my face, I tracked down my pampered sister. I took my mother and returned to New York City. I pestered my parents and managed to get a good amount of money out of them. Because I only asked my biological parents for money, they, having no feelings for me to begin with, disliked me even more. My mother's illness was cured a year ago. I originally planned to leave with her after watching my sister's drama unfold. Who knew that a job paying $5 million a year would suddenly come up? If I missed this, how many part-time jobs would I have to work later? It was a stand-in marriage, so my sister would have to come back eventually. Once she returned, I would take the money and leave with my mother. Who knew my sister and Liam had teamed up to trick me? I can't leave alone, I have a bun in the oven. And Liam definitely wouldn't agree to let me leave. As for how Liam knew me, who knows? He wasn't in my life trajectory. I looked up at the sky. Let's not worry about how long you've known me. It's not important. Liam said darkly, it is important. I humored him, okay, it's very important. I wasn't curious at all how he knew me. I only cared about, was what you said just now true? Liam was very patient. Which part? I got excited, the part about having the baby and giving me 10 million. Will you really give me 10 million if I carry it to term? Liam's eyes were complicated. I continued talking to myself, since you're not married, I guess I can have the baby. Wait, no. I can't just have the baby and dump it on you and then leave. That sounds like human trafficking. I could accept aborting the baby, but I couldn't accept giving it away after giving birth. I thought for a moment and came up with a perfect solution. How about you marry me? That way, we can raise the kid together. My mom actually likes New York City, otherwise, she wouldn't have come here when she was young. The city is nice, the scenery is good, and the medical standards are top-notch. It's just that the cost of living is too high, we can't afford a big house and our quality of life would be much lower in New York. If Liam gives me double the money, I can buy my mom a bigger house. I can have the baby, and I don't have to take off. Plus, I actually like him quite a bit. It's a win-win-win situation. I blinked at him. So, what do you say? Liam froze. He didn't speak for a long time. I was a little discouraged. No. My suggestion was great, though. Liam pinched my chin and kissed me. After being kissed by him so much, I've developed a conditioned reflex. I wrapped my arms around his neck, adjusted my breathing, cooperated with him, and felt him. After the kiss, his voice was slightly hoarse. "Leah, are you proposing to me?" Huh? Huh? Is this a proposal? I asked him if he wanted to get married. I paused. I guess so. He hugged me tightly. "Next time, let me do the proposing." Let him propose? After a year, I still thought he saw me as my sister. I'd have a better chance of seeing a pig fly. I said what was on my mind. "Then I'll never get married in my life." Liam narrowed his eyes, exuding a dangerous aura. He slowly took off his watch. Clack. The strap came undone. My heart stopped, and my ears turned bright red. "What are you doing?" "Don't do that, I'm pregnant." I didn't say anything wrong. You're the one who didn't say anything. Every time he makes that motion, it means I'm going to die a little inside. Why is his mind always on that? I don't think he likes me at all, he only likes my body. Wah. Liam wasn't listening to me. He half knelt in the back seat. And proved with actions that he has a mouth. I covered my eyes. "I hate you so much." That's not what I meant by having a mouth. It turns out my sister running away was Liam's idea. It was all to smoothly let the engagement pass to me. I was nestled in Liam's arms, watching him sell my sister $5 million, and I was consumed with jealousy. I poked his chest. "My sister didn't even have to do anything, and you gave her $5 million. Why do I only get $10 million for having a baby?" Liam rubbed my head. "You asked for $10 million yourself. I was just going along with what you said." My eyes widened. "So you're not going to give me the money?" Liam pinched my face. "All my money is yours." I was heartbroken. Oh no. That answer. It really sounds like he's not going to give me the money. I was upset. I wriggled out of his arms. "I'm going to sulk for a bit." Liam scooped me back up. "Check your phone." I pulled out my phone. I received a bank alert. Deposit of $10 million. I counted the zeros several times, confirming I hadn't miscounted, and immediately cheered up. "Thank you." Liam smiled at me. "Sweet girl, use a different name." I whispered in his ear, "Thank you, Daddy." How could he be like that? Now he wants me to call him that even outside of bed. So naughty. Liam's breathing became heavier. "Sweetheart, I asked you to call me husband. I guess I'm the one with the dirty mind. Nowadays, you don't need a household registry to get a marriage license. But I definitely had to tell my mom about getting married. The first time, a year ago, didn't count. Marrying for someone else was a job. Marrying for myself is a different matter. My mom lives in Queens. The apartment is rented, a 2-bedroom. The place is very neat and organized. I had told her in advance that I was bringing my boyfriend home today, and she cooked a table full of my favorite dishes. I rested my head on my hand and watched her chat with Liam. "How did you and my Leah meet?" I perked up my ears. He can't possibly say, "We met through marriage, right?" Liam handled it smoothly. "We knew each other as children and reconnected a year ago." "Do you remember me, ma'am? When did that happen?" My mom looked Liam up and down and then suddenly had a look of realization. "You're the boy Leah picked up." Liam nodded. "What?" My mom's tone softened. She sighed. "It's you. Leah takes after me. She likes to pick people up everywhere." My mom went to the room and found an old photograph. In the picture, I was a little kid, and next to me was a slightly older boy. I looked at it for a while. This boy looks a lot like Liam. How did he grow up exactly the same way? I touched my face. I look different compared to when I was a kid. I'm prettier now. My mom asked him a lot of questions. Liam answered every single one. That night, Liam stayed at my place. The 2-bedroom apartment didn't have an extra room, and since he was a guest, it wouldn't be right to make him sleep on the couch. I gave him my room, and I slept with my mom. Before going to sleep, I went to my room to say goodnight to him. And then I saw Liam sitting at my desk, gazing at my diary. It was normally on my small shelf, and Liam had taken it out. I hugged him from behind. "You're being naughty, messing with my things." He played with my hand. "You mess with my things too." I didn't take the bait. "Go ahead and flip through the diary, but don't do anything naughty with my clothes later, okay?" Liam brings one or two of my clothing items when he travels for work. Then he video calls me. "This is my room now, and this apartment only has a bathroom outside. Plus, my mom will come in to clean tomorrow." Liam replied, "Okay." I pouted. He definitely thought about it. He added, "I only took it off the shelf. I didn't read your diary." I flipped it open myself. "You can read it. Most of my stuff is at my old home. This one is what I wrote after coming to New York City. It was the diary I kept after I turned 18. My mom kept my things very well. We moved a few times, but all my stuff is safe." I checked the time, worried my mom would be upset if I stayed too long. I kissed him and, still worried, reminded him again, "Daddy can explore my room, but don't do anything naughty with my clothes, okay? The walls here are thin. It's late, so I'm going to bed now. Good night." Then I ran away. My mom was waiting for me in the next room, and when I came in, she looked up. "I thought you two would be making out a little longer." My cheeks were a little red, and I went up to hug my mom. "Of course not." She patted my head and sighed, "My baby has grown up." We turned off the light and talked in the dark. "You were just a tiny thing when I found you, and now you're getting married." I listened to her rambling about the past. As she spoke, my mom's voice got softer and softer. She fell asleep. I tucked her in. My phone screen lit up. It was a message from Liam. He sent me a picture of one of the pages in my diary. It read, "I bumped into someone in Building A today. The person has such big chest muscles. I want to find a guy like that someday, too. I feel like it would be so comfortable to bury my face in there when I'm upset. Ugh, too bad I didn't look up, so I don't know if he was handsome." Seriously, Leah. Why do you have stuff like this in your diary? I typed back, "Let me explain." He replied, "You bumped into me." Huh? Liam kept sending me photos. He said they were all him. For example, before one elective class, I pulled an all-nighter, and I slept through the whole lecture. Afterward, students were discussing how handsome the substitute teacher was. The substitute teacher was him. Too bad I didn't see what the substitute teacher looked like. How handsome is he that they keep talking about it? I slept through the whole class. He didn't even wake me up. Whatever, handsome or not, he's a good teacher. Another time, my mom's condition worsened for a while, and I was crying at the hospital. Someone handed me a tissue. I didn't look up and just said thank you. He was probably a patient's family member, too. He's a good person. I hope his family gets better soon. Liam appeared in many places in my life. I just never knew. My mom is also very happy with Liam. She and Liam discussed the wedding. I didn't tell her Liam and I were already married once, but I guess a second wedding is fine. After leaving my mom's place, we passed the city hall on the way back. On an ordinary, beautiful, sunny afternoon, Liam and I got our marriage license. When we got home, we were sunbathing on the balcony. I was flipping through the pile of diaries I brought back from my old home, reminiscing about my past with him. The afternoon sun was warm and cozy. I yawned. He whispered, "Want to go back to the room to sleep?" I shook my head, "I want to sunbathe." I rested my head on his shoulder and dozed off. It was a beautiful spring afternoon, and the sun was just right. I had a dream. The dream was set in a small southern town with a torrential storm. I was hiding at home. The wind was howling in my ears. Someone covered my ears. Don't be afraid, little sister. Epilogue. The southern coast often has typhoons during the summer and autumn. Leah found me during a typhoon. She was running home with a small umbrella. When she saw me on the side of the road, she walked up and asked, "Big brother, a typhoon is coming, aren't you going home?" I was waiting for my bodyguards to find me. Of course, I didn't tell her that. When she saw I didn't respond, she grabbed my sleeve. "It's going to rain soon. You'll be soaked if you don't leave now. My house is nearby. Come to my place." She couldn't budge me. Seeing I wasn't moving, she looked a little discouraged, lifted her face, and asked me, "Why aren't you moving?" She was so small she looked very easy to bully. On a whim, I pinched her cheek. She froze. "Why are you pinching me?" She looked so dumb. She muttered, "Fine, pinch me. It's going to rain, so if you pinch me, you have to come home with me, okay?" She pulled me to her house. She was the only one home. She moved a small stool to reach the table. She took 2 small pieces of bread from the table and gave me one. Then she went to get the milk. The milk came in a 1.8-liter carton, which was too big for her. She waddled, hugging the milk, like a little penguin. She finally made it to my side but couldn't twist the cap off. So clumsy. I poured us 2 cups of milk. She instantly cheered up. We sat there, holding our milk, waiting for her mom to come home. Outside, the wind and rain raged. She was right, it was indeed going to rain. Huge raindrops pelted the world, wind, rain, and thunder. Lightning lit up the dark afternoon. She was a little timid, curling into a ball, yet still comforting me. "Big brother, don't be scared. The thunder and lightning will stop soon." I wonder who was really scared. Another lightning flash hit, and I covered her ears. "Don't be afraid, little sister." She looked up, her eyes sparkling. She hugged me, still trying to save face. "I'm not scared. I'm hugging you because I thought you were scared, big brother." Adorable. The thunder and lightning lasted all afternoon. Her mom finally came home in the evening. When she saw me, she scolded Leah. "Leah, why did you pick up another person to bring home? Where did you find him this time?" She hugged her mother and begged, "On the street. It was going to rain, and if I didn't bring him back, he would have gotten wet." "Don't scold Leah, Mom." "Oh, her name is Leah." So I wasn't the only one she picked up. When I returned to school after college graduation, I saw her at the freshman orientation welcome party. I remembered her. She didn't remember me. In the clear night of this northern city, I heard the sound of the wind and rain from the southern coast in July. And her voice in my ear, "Big brother, let me hug you. Don't be afraid." I stared at her giving a speech on the stage, mesmerized. She was shining, like a small sun. I wanted her. I would have her. What should I do? "Leah. You'd better like me, too."